Hello, today I'd like to introduce you to the embedded processor IoT and society. With the first problem here, what is an embedded processor? We need to first understand what is an embedded system. Like shown on this picture here, it's a robotic arm. Pretty much like revealed by its name. It's a kind of system devices like implemented by the devices embedded into itself. So like to achieve that target, we would use a lot of microcontrollers. On these controllers, there's our embedded processor. It can do logic computation, can control system, can do pretty much like the CPU in modern computers, but with much lower energy consumption. Okay, so if we look at the market of these processors, we can see the graph produced by Insight here. Like generally, it's just keep growing and growing. When we look closely to the top right graph here, we can see even in among all of the microprocessors, embedded processor has gained a higher percentage comparing with past 5 years. At the bottom right here, we can see some big names there, like the top companies in the production of embedded processors. They are Intel, AMD, Apple, and blah blah blah. Okay, so let's focus on the challenges here. The first one is like how can we make the IoT devices easier to use with higher efficiency on price and energy? Like although it's already designed for low energy consumption, but for some long-term project, like we want to collect data of buildings deposition, so it can be for months or even years. How can we design the system and continually work for years or months? That's a great challenge. And I want to emphasize the third one here, like how can we deal with the growing connection and the data? Like nowadays, there's already billions of devices are connected with each other through internet. How can we deal with the when IoT devices involved, there could be 10 billions, there could be even 100 billions of devices. How can we deal with that? And also the data, um, how can we like store them more efficiently? How can we use them more efficiently? And like many other new rise technologies. About the safety concern is another great challenges. And when we look back to the market, there is actually two big markets for the IoT, like the industry and the home household. For the industrial one, ideally we want to build a entirely intelligent system, like we can put everything from one side of the assembly line and our production just come out from another side with no need to for human to involve. And for the household, like according to the data given by the popular IoT device company Xiaomi, it shows that nowadays people are more and more attracted by IoT devices for household rather than just regular normal household. And when talk about IoT and society, like some ethical issues, I have three basic elements here. First one is privacy. Similar to the informed and consent idea from the medical issues, like the doctor have to get your permission before he can really do anything on your body. So the data collectors, the companies, they need to really think about get permission from the user before they can use it and collect it. And just like the contracts, we all need to sign before use any softwares because it sometimes may be too long. It can be hundreds of pages. So although sometimes we give the permission, we sign for it, but we don't really understand what it is. So how to build really trust um, among the company and the users, we must involve in the transparency. Like after we get the permission, like um, if users can directly tell, oh, what data are have been collected from me and where it's are they used. In that case, the trust would increase. And the most importantly about the law. Um, According to a famous law professor in China, Luo Xiang, he states that law is rarely built before the criminal happens. So before the public, our government can really figure out such a new stuff like IoT, before they can find out how can it be really regulated, um, there would be a period of time. So how can we prevent accident? How can we like stop important devices from hacking? Um, this is a long way to go. And okay, here let's look a tiny example here. Let's fire up our IDE here, and of course our ESP33 is already connected here. It's open. Let's open the example code. It's a Wi-Fi scan code, exactly the same as shown in the tutorial. And we upload it and of course compile it first. And waiting, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. Okay, done. Let's look at the browser, and yeah, here it is. You can see the Wi-Fi names listed here. There is 38 here in my room, and that's pretty much of the example here. Thank you very much for watching. That's all. Thank you.